What's up, guys? I know I haven't been on for a couple of days. I've uh, just been a lot going on. Really more mentally than anything else. Um, I had my egg retrieval on Monday, and I wrote like a little update for you all about how that went. And since then, it took me about 3 days to feel um, better enough that I could actually get up. And those first 3 days were pretty miserable. I pretty much laid on my sofa slash bed slash anywhere with a heating pad on me 24/7 and just like binged watched a bunch of Netflix. So at least I got caught up on some of my shows. Um, and then one day post transfer, not transfer, what am I thinking? One day post retrieval, I posted and kind of told you guys that we got a not so amazing phone call that out of 26 of our eggs, we only have 13 or had 13 that actually fertilized. So that was a little bit devastating to me just because I was kind of expecting more. I think 23 of our eggs were mature, so I just was not expecting a fertilization rate to be that low, especially since we were doing ICSI. So it was just a little bit of a shocker for me, and like it took me 24 hours or so to like mentally recover from that. My nerves were pretty much shot because it's like after that you don't really, you have 4 more days of waiting, and it's like everything rides on, if these embryos actually make it to day 5 or not. So we were supposed to have an update on our fertilization and the embryo growth on 3 days after, which was Thursday, but I ended up calling our clinic and asking them to not call us and update us because I knew that, that first one was such a heartbreaker for me. And I know that, most likely we're going to lose some more. But I really didn't want to dwell and kind of stress about, where we were going to be at for the next, 2 days after that 3-day transfer. Or no, I keep saying transfer. Anyway, post egg retrieval. I didn't want to stress about that for, my last 2 days that I had taken off. And worry when really at the end of the day there's not much we can do about what's going to happen. It's really in God's hands, and I'm trying to just keep the faith and remember that he has a plan for us, and hopefully, I'm really hoping that we get a good report tomorrow. But I really didn't want to spend these 2 days like freaking out and upset. And I know that my husband, after that first day, I was like in a freaking panic about, the future of our embryos. So I don't really know what's going on with them right now. I keep going back and forth. I'm trying to be really positive and, have a positive outlook that this is going to be successful. I really was just hoping that we could at least have, going into our genetic culturing, a significant amount of embryos so that if some of them came back genetically abnormal, that we would still have enough to transfer and to freeze as a backup in case our first transfer didn't work, because transfers don't always work. And I would love to not have to go through this whole process again. Other than that, I have been slowly coming down off my hormones. I feel a little bit more balanced emotionally. I am breaking out like crazy. It kind of started right towards the end of my stims. So I'm definitely ready for that to go away. Um, and I'm just honestly so nervous about tomorrow and getting our numbers, our real numbers tomorrow. So tomorrow they're going to tell us how many embryos we have left that are quality enough to make it through a freeze, and that they're actually going to culture and send out to the company. I believe it's in San Francisco, but I'm not 100% sure, honestly, to get our genetic results. So keep us in our prayers, in your prayers, please. It's just been a little bit of a stressful time. I really wasn't expecting this part to be the hardest part of everything. It's like you're coming down off of hormones, you're stressing about, all the work you did to put in to make these eggs and to, get them fertilized, and all the money that you put into this, and like everything that we've been through the past year, waiting for like this moment, and to think like, and I'm trying not to let my mind go there, but to think that, it really could just come down to not having enough quality embryos, or any quality embryos, or that worse, tomorrow they all arrest, which that's not going to be the case. But you just want the best outcome, and it's been really hard for me emotionally, and I'm a normally pretty anxious person, honestly. So this has been probably hardest part, even more so than injecting. So I work tomorrow. I'm going back to be with my work babies, and I'm really hoping that I get some awesome news and an awesome call for our embryo babies. I will update you guys as soon as possible. And if you could just keep us in your prayers tonight and send some good vibes and baby growing dust our way, that would be so awesome. And I appreciate everybody who's called and, trying to lift my spirits, and all of my trying to conceive nation friends on Fertility Friend and Instagram, and, my family and friends who have reached out and kind of uplifted me through this horrible week. So you guys are appreciated. And last but not least, obviously my husband, who has been so patient with me and my emotional roller coasters, and continues to bring the positivity to our IVF journey. So thank you. Have a lovely night, and I will update you soon. Bye, guys.